Michelle Obama is the 44th First Lady of the United States. She grew up in the south side of Chicago and currently resides in the White House with her husband and 2 daughters. As a role model, Michelle Obama is demonstrating the transformational style of leadership. She set high standards and goals for herself as well as her project. She instills a shared vision of equality and social reform by promoting a healthy lifestyle and education.
One of Michelle Obama's most prominent strengths is knowledge. Starting in the 6th grade, Michelle took gifted classes and went on to a high school for gifted children. Michelle attended Princeton University and graduated summa cum laude in 1985 with a BA in sociology. After she went on to earn a degree from Harvard Law School in 1988. At Harvard, Michelle took part in demonstrations demanding for more enrollment and hiring of minority students, staff, and professors. Michelle became a lawyer, later a Chicago City administrator, and a community outreach worker, granting her both traditional knowledge of her field as well as hands-on experience. In 1993, she became executive director of the Chicago Office of Public Allies, a nonprofit leadership training program that helped young adults develop skills for future careers in the public sector. While in the White House, Michelle focused her platform on current social issues, poverty, healthy living, and education. The shadow for her strength of knowledge is rigid reasoning. When Barack Obama was inaugurated, Michelle made the difficult decision to lessen her professional obligations to assume those of the First Lady. Her and Barack's motivation and sacrifice left their daughters without present parents for extended periods of time while they were busy campaigning. In the 2012 re-election, Michelle would travel for long durations on the campaign trail, now focusing her perseverance on winning the election and having to sacrifice many of her personal projects and time with her family. Michelle was able to emotionally align herself with Barack because they share similar values of making and impacting change on the nation, and they do not waste their time with frivolous interests. Michelle is constantly working to improve communities and takes little time to step back and relax because she is so committed to her cause.
Michelle Obama is called on to manage and supervise multiple projects and people. Not only do people look to her for leadership and guidance, but she also drives to empower others to take on more responsibility in their lives through teaching and training. She feels it's her responsibility to protect and care for populations within the community. Being the first African American First Lady, Michelle Obama has had a lot to uphold and prove to the community. She took it upon herself to dedicate her time to promoting healthy eating and getting young children to start exercising. In 2012, she started a new fitness program for kids, where she worked with Olympic athletes and other sports teams to try and encourage children to try a new sport. This program is called Let's Move. On the website, she clearly outlines the exact training and teaching that needs to be implemented. She has made it her mission to empower others to make these lifestyle changes. Michelle is someone that sees potential dangers everywhere. Whether it be with her kids, husband, or the United States, she is always extremely fearful. Her family has a large target on their backs, so it goes without saying that she is often fearful of the safety of her and her family. She worries that someone is going to screw it up if she is not watching everything because she likes to be in charge and take control. Michelle is not someone that just stands in the background and waves. She has made significant changes in the White House that were not easy to accomplish.
If one possesses ambition, they know that hard work and dedication is required to take a vision of theirs and turn it into a reality. Their motivation and drive is what makes these individuals so successful. Michelle Obama has accomplished so much and has impacted so many during her time as the First Lady of the United States. Her success can be attributed to the fact that she is a very ambitious individual. During her time in Washington, she demonstrated the same amount of drive and dedication that she did throughout her extensive and impressive academic career. She launched multiple initiatives aiming to help children around the world get educated, stressing the education of young women, aiding veterans, and promoting healthy lifestyles for the youth of the United States. Her constant work to help others, her compassion, and her dedication have impressed so many, both in the United States and around the globe. She is seen as a role model and a mentor, especially to young women. Not only does she work to improve their lives, but she motivates and inspires them to do everything in their power to accomplish their dreams, just as she has. The shadow for ambition is overachievement. Although we do not have definitive proof that Michelle has this in her shadow, we can speculate. As the First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama is under a lot of pressure. She is constantly in the public eye, being judged on every move she makes and every word she speaks. In addition to this, she carries the hopes and dreams of those that look up to her as well. From this, we can assume that Michelle might fall into overachievement, whether it is trying to impress the citizens of the United States and maintain her favorable reputation, or creating new initiatives to further help those in need that rely on her for strength and motivation. Finally, on top of all of this, she is a wife and a mother. So along with taking care of so many throughout the world, she also needs to be present for her husband as well as her 2 daughters. Michelle Obama, as the first African American First Lady, is inherently courageous. She has embodied this strength throughout her time in the White House and even before her husband was elected. Michelle has taken on daunting projects throughout her life, which include the growing obesity problem in the United States. This was no small task for a First Lady to tackle as her initiative. This is a major health problem children face, and her efforts have helped shed light on the problem and offer solutions to children facing it. Michelle has also spent her time standing up for what is right. She takes down hecklers and denounces people who say discriminatory things. She has been a strong voice for many people and someone people can admire. In addition, she has been seen as a modern First Lady who challenges tradition and embraces her personality. Michelle has not been in the background of Barack, but has been using her power for good. Michelle Obama, on the other hand, does exhibit traits of domination, which is the shadow of courage. She was criticized upon her entry of the White House for being an angry, loud black woman. Her power has given her complete dominance over the East Wing of the White House and has been noted for being an exacting boss who has little patience for mistakes, improvisation, and wasted time. Her courageous strength dips into being controlling. She takes charge of the environment around her and conquers each situation she finds herself in. Michelle Obama also embodies the strength of altruism. She teamed up with Joe Biden in 2011 to implement a nationwide initiative calling upon Americans to support service members, veterans, and their families to support them through wellness, education, and employment opportunities. The program works to make sure that veterans and their families have the tools they need to succeed in society. In addition, she launched the Let Girls Learn initiative in 2015 in an effort to support girls in their education, supporting them through going to school and staying in school. These are only some of the programs she has implemented while in the White House, proving her personality in altruism. Michelle may also be susceptible to falling into the shadow of wounded helping. She may have an impulse to constantly say yes to people, and this can leave her with an overwhelming amount of commitments. She may devote all of her time and energy to others while failing to take care of herself, making her resentful and worn out. The pressure to appear put together and the inability to say no to helping others leaves her constantly working to make improvements in our country and putting others in need first, while failing to take care of her own needs. Michelle Obama exhibits many leadership styles that we can only hope to see in future First Ladies. She encompasses many of the strengths that we have talked about, as well as their corresponding shadows. She is a role model and a great woman to look up to.